reaction time.
Let's go.
For sure.
We begin with that breaking news. There is an arrest in the shooting deaths of a local rapper and his 5-year-old daughter at a car wash in Forest Hill. Tonight, police say they have one of the accused killers, but they are still looking for another suspect. Allie Spilliards is in the newsroom with more on this major development. Allie?
Crazy, bro.
It is.
Brian, Forest Hills police chief tells us that the Texas Rangers arrested 24-year-old Adonis Robinson in Livingston today. That's about an hour north of Houston. He faces capital murder charges in the deaths of the dad and daughter. So does a 21-year-old who's still on the run.
Police say it's been a coordinated effort tracking down the men who they say shot and killed a father and his daughter at this Forest Hill car wash
ridiculous,
Monday
bro.
morning.
It is, man.
Family says the victims were local rapper Ronnie Smith and
She looks
5-year-old
beautiful.
Armani.
God bless you.
And now we've identified two cowards
Yeah.
who took the lives of
Cowards,
these
yeah,
innocent
that's right.
people.
Just one day after Forest Hill Police Chief David Hernandez held a press conference naming 24-year-old Adonis Robinson and 21-year-old Jacoby Russell as the alleged killers, he announced Robinson, who's also a registered sex offender, was arrested by the Texas Rangers in Livingston,
Yeah.
about an
Good.
hour north of
We need to
Houston.
get Jacoby. We need to get
Robinson is charged with capital murder. The search continues for Russell. According to police, both are from Fort Worth and accused of approaching the victims in the vacuum stalls before opening fire before driving away in a white Kia, which was already found.
Closing, I want to reaffirm to the community that we will hold criminals
Yes.
accountable. We're not going to allow them to come in here and think that they can get
Come
away
on.
with it.
Hernandez has said the motive is unknown, but that Smith's rap career and social
figure it
media
out.
presence could hold clues.
Tonight, Hernandez also thanked the public and continued urging those with information to come forward. Brian.
Thank you, Allie.
Okay.
Man.
Kane, senseless, ridiculous, but nobody, whether you're in the life of whatever they have going on, nobody's should be harboring, and people usually don't even like when these people take the lives of the young kids. The 5-year-old girl, anybody with their daughters, sons, those kids, it should be a no-go. It should be a no-go, whether you're in that life or not. It's senseless violence, first of all. Thugs, whatever you want to call them. But let's get this guy and put him up under the jail. You know, for
You ain't
life.
never lying, bro. You ain't never lying, bro. It's ridiculous. And I don't know if there was targeted to get the little girl or not. I don't know, and it may be straight bullets or whatever. But still, though, it's
He with
ridiculous,
his
man.
daughter, man.
It doesn't matter. It's just ridiculous. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this is a retaliation. Maybe he did something prior and they're coming back. But however, this is what we see. It's ridiculous.
And we say we want to get these guns off the streets, but it seems like even if a person might have been in the life, might have been trying to make their way out of the life.
could have been.
But if you know you've been there, and they say maybe something about social media, you keep something on you, Blicky, whatever you want to call it, llama, whatever. You keep something on you for your own personal protection. Even sometimes the felons, when they get out, man, they go and get them something, because if they was in that life, somebody is coming for them and face the possibility of going back, because felons don't supposed to have a gun. But what are you going to do when you're doing your thing, working? And quick story or whatever. I did ride-alongs with JSO back in the day, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, and just the guy was telling me the story about a guy who got out of prison. Okay, he used to do things, but now he's cutting grass. He had his little lawn company, you know. He started off with just a lawnmower, a blower, and a rake. Used to ride a bike and everything, all this, but he was doing what he had to do. People was letting him do his thing, but he started getting robbed. He started getting, so what did he do? He got a weapon. protect himself. That was all he was doing. Got him put back because of that.
How can they get him put? Oh, because he was a felon
Yeah,
already.
yeah. But that was the only
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
he was doing. He got tired of
Yeah.
getting robbed, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, catch-22s or whatever, but
Yeah.
this was senseless. This was wrong. They need to be
Mhm.
up under the jail. And if you're harboring them, helping them out, family members don't help nobody like that. Sometimes when people make their bed like that, you got to let them stay. No, don't call my phone. I can't do nothing for you. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm pretty sure he's running around, hopping house to house, something like that. But no, don't be the one. Call it in. Say, hey, he's at my house.
The best advice.
I'm at work. Just anonymous tip. He's at my house. Go ahead and take him. You know what I mean? Like, I think that'll be the easiest way to get these guys off the streets, man, because it's ridiculous. And guaranteed, even if you do take the guns, we say we'll take the guns from the citizens. That's not a good thing because ghost guns. Those guns that are made now. I mean, come on, y'all. It's easy for them to get the illegal guns, the guns that don't have serial numbers, all of that, man. All of that can happen. So yeah, I hope we find them. We should find them. Hopefully in the next couple days or whatever. Right now, all we got is one suspect, but that one should be able to talk about the other
Yeah.
and give them up or whatever. I know this snitching code or whatever,
on.
but it's y'all caught. Y'all are caught. Congregation, what y'all think about this? The little up and coming rapper daughter gunned down at the car wash. It's crazy.
And
You can't go nowhere.
that's what I was going to say. Nowhere safe.
Can't go nowhere.
They shooting in broad daylight.
Yeah, you can't go nowhere. It's crazy. It's crazy. Broad daylight. Washing this car because you know it went at night.
Yeah.
Come on now. Ain't it so crazy? Why are we doing this? And why is it? If you hear something like this, you already know that it's black people.
Come on.
Why is it? Because according to you, Mitch, and
Come
we've
on.
talked about this.
Don't put no words in my
whatever.
mouth. Let's go.
Yeah, but we talked about it off camera, and you can probably explain yourself if I'm quoting you wrong. But you said we need some activism. We need some activism to go in these neighborhoods, low income, whatever, and to talk to these individuals, and that will help the situation.
Okay.
Bro.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for years. They've been doing this for years.
They eventually stopped.
Back in the 90s. They've been doing this stuff, bro. They've been sitting in these communities, scared straight, all of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Scared straight.
You say the little kids need a meal every day at the local school. Bring a lunch or whatever. But you still see the same exact thing.
Kane,
They growing up to be these type of individuals.
we can't stop though. Look, I don't
Stop
have
what? We ain't even slowed it
yes,
down.
Yes.
You think we slowed it down?
Look,
Do you think we slowed it down?
Look, I'm not in these cities, okay? These big cities, Texas, Chicago, some places on the West Coast. I mean, even Jacksonville has areas, when these guys get in gangs or start gangs and they're beefing with somebody and they start shooting up the area. I'm saying activism is going into communities, like back in the day.
Community.
Yes.
I ain't talking about right now.
Yes.
Bro.
I said like back in the day.
I want to talk about
okay,
that.
back in the day.
So what we need to do? What we need to do?
I don't have all of the answers. Okay, but people need
give me
to
a answer.
Let's we trying to quarterback it right now. Okay,
yes,
but I'll say
have to.
a group of strong men that's gonna be dedicated, not just the pastor. Use the pastor be older. You have missionaries and things, but you need a group of men going to these communities. Okay, I don't know if they have a community center, but fathers and mothers, and usually it's mothers when it's concerning our community, you need to be there. You need to get your son, bring him there so we can talk about some things and see where we're at. Because usually, and the black community. It could be brown community too, my Latino brothers and sisters, but a lot of us were raised by single mothers. And a lot of the guys that commit these different acts, single mothers. Fathers nowhere present, locked up or just out.
Facts.
Okay. Doesn't matter what reason they're not there, but they're not there. Okay. And they're killing and
All of that's
destroying
facts. All of that's
each other. Get the
Yes.
men and hey, let's talk about some things. What can we do? What can we really do? And it has to be dedication on these men. They can't stop and give up. It could be dangerous.
I get what you're saying. Getting a bunch of guys together to do it.
Yes.
I think we need to get a bunch of the
Real-
fathers of these individuals, because us talking, I'm just thinking back to when I was
Could be
younger,
wrong.
and I'm hearing these conversations, and I'm in these school programs. They bring in a little scared straight the guys to the school and all of that. And what's so interesting about that, I did not need it because I had my father in my life at that time
Mhm.
or whatever. He was instilling all these things that you should not do and all of that. But the other individuals that were there was a lot of single parents there,
Okay.
and I see it. So and I get it. They still end up following that same lifestyle. So my thing is, yes, it's probably good to go there and talk to them and be that motivational speaker, but it really needs to be that father. Where's the father at? And men, black men, and I'm speaking to
Come
you
on.
straight up.
Come on.
Straight up, I'm speaking to you. Y'all need to be there for them. Matter of fact, if your child is with a single
Come on.
mother, which meaning she's by herself, how about you just take that child? Because a lot of times they get neglected, and we know that. We know they get neglected because she's trying to juggle everybody and a job and all this and that.
That's a whole nother topic, Kane, but I like what you're saying.
Yeah,
but-
I get. That's what I'm saying. Take the child. You need to get your act together. Matter of fact, you don't need to be had no doggone kids if you ain't got your stuff together. And I'm talking to you men, black men. I blame them for not being
Come
there.
on.
I blame
Come
them.
on.
Yes, of course the lady is doing her best. Of course she's doing her best.
Uncomfortable truth.
Yes,
Keep going.
yes, she's doing her best, but she can't be there at all times. She is having other siblings watch out for another sibling, practically raising them.
Hey,
And where the men at?
I've seen it. I've seen it.
So that's why I said these men, they need to go ahead and step up. Step up, men. Matter of fact, just take the child out of that predicament, because I guarantee that'll ship and shape you up. I get it, this whole situation with the old boy with the shooting, and he had his child or whatever. But if he had his child full time, guarantee he wouldn't be in that lifestyle that brought him to this. Because this wasn't no random jacking.
No.
This was something that it was targeted.
Yeah.
It may have been retaliation. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he was in that lifestyle when he wasn't around his child. And just so happened his child was around him and they caught the strays. But however, I'm just saying,
Kane,
black men, quit thinking that some doggone guys that are doing good for themselves is going to come over and teach your child. Forget that, man. You get in there and teach your child.
Kane, okay, let me jump in. You're right. I agree with everything you said, but
man, I'm tired of it.
takes,
I'm tired of we got to do everything for your child.
Yeah.
That don't make any sense.
That's look, but when we see some of these relationships, okay, when they split, however, whatever reason they split, if they could communicate, okay, I want to be in his life. No, and we see it over, people post all of these things on YouTube, TikTok, or whatever, where she might be upset that he moved on so fast and he got a girl. She not gonna let him be a part, or she gonna try to instill all of this hate in this child towards the father.
Yeah.
Parents,
the
you
child
have
in.
to be mature because it is truly about the kid when you have a when y'all get together and produce that child. It's about the kid then. So if you communicate, we all saw that movie Friday back in the day. When she couldn't do nothing with old boy, she sent him to his father so he can instill some things that she couldn't do. That is the truth right there. What are we gonna do? I like what you said. You shouldn't want somebody else to raise your child to say, and then you see your son later on in life, like, man, he really somebody really instilled some values in you, son. You might see your father later on in life. Well, why wasn't you in
It's
my
still,
life, daddy? Me and your
and
mom didn't get
that's what it
along.
needs to.
Come on.
Didn't get along. Okay,
Come
so
on.
and even and you know the females have a responsibility of not opening up their legs to these guys or whatever, right? They have a responsibility of that because women control it.
Yeah.
No matter what anybody says, women control
Yes,
it.
they do.
Men they can say yay or nay, right? And then the guy, he needs to, and if it did come down to it that he was irresponsible, it's time to him to step up and be a man and be responsible. And that's what it has to be.
Can we?
I get it. You made a mistake. I get all that. It already happened.
Yes.
Now it's time for you to just say, you know what? Everything else pushed to the side. I have a new focus right now, and that's my
Come
child.
on.
Because this child here is what will in turn be the same situation that we're witnessing right today.
Yes.
If you're not there for him,
And aren't we
you see
tired
what I'm
of it?
saying?
Aren't we tired of it?
No, they're
Every
not. They're
couple of
not
months,
tired of it.
something happens,
I kn-
another
They're
useless
not
killing.
tired of it. That's what I'm
And
saying.
who are you gonna
And it
blame?
happens so often. I blame the parents. So if they made it in a way where it was the parents' fault that the child did X, Y, and Z, I guarantee they'll get their act together, or they won't be sleeping around or just just doing whatever they want to do. If they said if the child does something underage, then the parent get prosecuted, go to jail. Guarantee you won't be doing.
It'll be
nothing like
hard.
that.
It'll be hard with that because some
It
parents.
has happened.
Yes.
It has happened.
Yes.
We've talked about it in the
Oh yeah,
past. In the past,
yeah. With one of the
so
instances with the
where
kid
when the dude went to the
started
school
up.
and shot, yeah, and the parent went to jail for
Yeah,
it.
they knew
Yeah,
something about it. Yeah.
it's no different. It's no different right there. That was a shooting. It's no different.
But I will say this in that right there, Devil's Advocate, because when these kids, these young kids, 15, 16, and they say they're in a single parent household and they already out of control, it ain't nothing that sometimes that mother can do. He go in when he want to, or he'll come home every 4 or 5 days.
I get
You
that.
you
I get
can't.
that.
If she done said, "Cops, I done all I can. I can't do nothing else with Mitch."
I get it. I get it. And it may not be you may not be able to capture that one. You know what I mean? But I'm like I'm saying, I'm speaking to that 18-year-old right
Come
now.
on.
I'm speaking to that 18-year-old, 17-year-old right
Yes.
now that's acting crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you may get somebody pregnant
Come on.
and then you just recycling and doing the same exact, they're going to be the same exact way that you are, maybe even worse.
Even worse.
You know? Yes.
Worse.
That's who I'm speaking to. Because yes, we can't do anything about those situations or whatever, but I want them to listen to me. And I guarantee people will turn this off because it's not entertaining. It's not doing the cute dances or whatever. But it's reality in this life right now.
Kane, it is uncomfortable truth. It is the
That's what I'm
truth,
saying.
brother. Congregation.
Congregation.
Come on, we both on it. What do y'all
Let's
think? Go.
What do y'all think?
Let's go, brother.
What do y'all think about this situation? What do you think about fixing the situation?
Mm.
Where does it need to start? Do we need a bunch of guys to get together and go to an auditorium and talk? Is that what we need to do? Is that, and then we got to get the mother to bring the child there? or do they have help, child care to get the child there?
Mm.
Or they may be working and they can't get the child there, so we missing out on all these misfits that need to be listening.
Come on.
Or do we need to get the doggone father involved?
Hmm.
He need to be humbled by taking care of the child.
Man,
He need to be a single dad.
Man up.
He need to be a single dad then.
Come on.
I guarantee that will humble everything.
Come on.
A lot of people think that that's too much. It needs to be nurtured by the mother. That was up until 3. Everything else, he needs to have that father to guide him. I can be wrong. Y'all can hit me up in the comments because I know that's what y'all
Yeah.
do. But however, what we've been doing hasn't been working. So it's time to look at some new light.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
Come on. Hey,
What you got, bro?
man.
Anything
Hey,
else?
man. We hit on so many different levels. And the last thing
Mhm.
is young people protection. I don't even know if it's preached anymore, but protect yourself from having these babies early. Okay. We all been there. Man, when you get that near miss, no, protect yourself. Protect that young lady. Don't depend on the lady to have the contraceptives. Men, protect yourself so you won't put yourself at jeopardy, put her at jeopardy, because you could ruin your life. You could ruin your life. Are you ready to be a father at 18 years old, at 17 years old? 16?
Yep.
Come on. No, you're not.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm saying, think about your actions before you react. Guaranteed. And that's the uncomfortable truth. Hey, baby.
Do something. My hat's off to Kane in this episode. He went ham. Super Saiyan. Let's go.
For sure. Right below me, hey, we have a playlist of similar interests and social issues and things that you are interested into. Click on it.
And congregation, just where I'm pointing. This is what YouTube recommends for you to watch because of the content that you've seen of us. Click it.
For sure.
Watch
Do
it
it for us
and
below.
share it.